20 female bikers surrounded a single dad veteran, then their leader froze at the Marine Corps tattoo. The desert highway stretched endlessly, glowing orange under the dying sun. A dusty old pickup truck rolled slowly along, pulling a small trailer that said Lily's Barbecue Shack, Family Run. Behind the wheel was Jack Turner, a single dad and a Marine veteran. His daughter, Lily, sat beside him humming to an old country tune, her hair blowing in the wind. Jack wasn't just driving home, he was rebuilding his life. Since his wife's passing, he had poured everything into their little food truck, traveling town to town just to keep a promise. No matter what, baby girl, we never quit. But that evening, fate had other plans. Act 1, The Encounter. As Jack pulled into an empty rest stop, the silence was broken by a thunder of engines. From behind the horizon came 20 female bikers, their leather jackets gleaming, skull patches shining under the setting sun. The ground trembled as they surrounded his truck. Their leader, a tall woman with silver hair, tattoos, and a chain belt, stepped forward. Her name was Raven Steele, leader of the all-female biker crew known as the Iron Roses. Raven smirked. "Hey old man, you're parked on our turf." Jack looked up calmly, chewing a toothpick. "Didn't see your name on the asphalt." The bikers laughed. One of them revved her engine near his trailer. Lily peeked out the window, scared. "Dad, who are they?" Jack smiled softly. "Just some folks trying to look tough." Raven walked closer. "You got guts, old-timer. Most men flinch when 20 bikes pull up." Jack didn't move an inch. "Most men ain't Marines." That made her pause. Just a moment, but enough. Act 2, The Tattoo. Raven stepped closer, squinting at the ink on his forearm. A faded eagle, globe, and anchor, the insignia of the United States Marine Corps. She froze. Her smirk vanished. Her eyes softened. Where'd you serve?" she asked quietly. Jack looked at her, a flicker of pain in his eyes. "Fallujah. 2nd Recon. Lost too many good ones there." The women around her went silent. The engines died down. One of them whispered, "Raven, didn't your brother serve there?" Raven's jaw clenched. "Yeah. Sergeant Mason Steele." Jack blinked. Slowly, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, worn metal tag. "Sergeant Mason Steele saved my life. Took a hit meant for me. I've carried his tag ever since." Raven's face went pale. Her tough posture cracked, and tears welled in her eyes. "That's my brother." Jack held out the tag gently. "He was a hero. I never got to tell his family. I guess I just did." The entire biker gang stood frozen, 20 women, silent in the desert wind. Act 3, The Shift. Raven took the tag in trembling hands, her voice breaking. "You kept it all this time?" Jack nodded. "Didn't feel right to forget the man who saved me. I just didn't know where to find his kin." Lily stepped out of the truck, holding her father's hand. "Dad always says real heroes don't brag. They just do what's right." Raven smiled through tears. "Your dad's right, sweetheart." She turned to her crew. "Lower your bikes. Show some respect. This man's family to us now." The women removed their helmets, standing quietly. The desert wind carried the sound of silence and honor. Then Raven did something unexpected, she hugged Jack. "You ever need anything, Marine, you call the Iron Roses. You're one of us now." Jack smiled faintly. "Appreciate that, ma'am. But I've got my own little rose to protect." He looked down at Lily, who giggled. Epilogue. As the bikers rode off into the sunset, their engines fading like thunder over the hills, Raven looked once more at the tag in her hand. She whispered softly, "Rest easy, brother. He made it home." Back in the truck, Lily leaned against her dad. "Dad, were you scared?" Jack smiled, eyes on the horizon. A Marine's never scared, honey. Just respectful of who he's facing. The old truck rolled away under the stars, a soldier, his daughter, and a memory that finally found peace. The next morning, the sun rose over the desert horizon, painting the sky in soft gold and pink. Jack parked his truck outside a small town diner, the kind where the coffee was strong and everyone knew everyone's name. Lily sat at the counter, eating pancakes while Jack checked the trailer for supplies. For the first time in years, things felt peaceful. But peace doesn't last long for a soldier. As Jack was paying for breakfast, a black van screeched into the parking lot. 3 men jumped out, wearing leather jackets from a rival biker group, the Vultures. They'd been tracking the Iron Roses, and they'd seen Jack with Raven. The leader, a scar-faced man named Cole, grinned cruelly. "You're the Marine that got cozy with the Iron Roses, huh? That makes you our problem now." Jack stepped between the men and the diner door. "My daughter's inside. Don't make me regret coming here." Cole smirked, pulling out a chain. "You think we care about your kid?" Before he could swing, a roaring sound filled the air, 20 engines, closing in fast. Dust exploded around the lot as the Iron Roses returned, tires screeching and engines thundering like a storm. Raven led the pack, her eyes locked on Cole. "I told you, Jack. You're one of us now. Nobody touches family." The Vultures froze. They were outnumbered and outmatched. Raven revved her bike, the Iron Roses forming a wall behind her. "You got 2 choices," she shouted. "Leave the man alone, or leave with broken bones." Cole spat on the ground, then backed away. "This isn't over." Raven grinned. "It is for you." As the van sped off, Raven turned to Jack. "Guess you're never far from trouble, Marine." Jack chuckled. "Trouble finds me before I find it." Later that day, the Iron Roses parked by the roadside while Lily served them hot sandwiches from the barbecue trailer. The bikers laughed, told war stories, and treated her like a princess. For the first time, Jack saw his daughter smile the way she used to, free and unafraid. Raven sat next to Jack, holding her brother's dog tag between her fingers. "You know," she said softly, "Mason used to talk about a guy like you. Said if he ever didn't make it home, you'd carry the flag for him." Jack's eyes softened. "He was the best of us. I just tried to live up to that." She smiled faintly. "You already did." As dusk fell, the Iron Roses rode off once again, their engines echoing like thunder. Lily watched them disappear into the horizon. "Dad, do you think we'll see them again?" Jack looked at the fading light, a small smile tugging at his lips. "Oh, I'm sure of it. Real family never stays gone for long."